Hi, I'm Dr. Laurence from Drive Your Practice. One of the things I'd love to talk to you today about is about practice success, because that's what everybody wants to strive for. A lot of chiropractors out there, a lot of health practitioners are trying to figure out how to get more successful in practice. Well, let's go right back to the key fundamentals. I'm going to break it down to three major things, and I'm going to see in a moment on why these three components need to work together to help you accomplish practice success. Now, success is obviously measurable by different standards. Everybody has a different definition of success, but I think that you get these three key things right, you're going to have the success that you desire, not what I have to, what I say is successful, because it really matters to you what successful is. But without one of these three, you're going to basically fall apart. There's never going to be able to have any traction into your life or into practice at all. So let's start with the first one. There's three different P's that you actually have to get. I think the first key component of practice success, or getting practice, and having success in practice, is really the ability to have purpose. Because without purpose, there's no drive for you to become successful. You have no reason to be successful. There has to be a why. Simon Sinek has the book called Start With Why. Well, that is your why. The purpose is, why do you do what you do? Why do you show up every single day of your life? It can't just be to get money, because really we have, there's way better ways to actually make money. You actually have to have a purpose that you're in practice because you are, profit is obviously one of them, but in return is because you're giving value to people, you're changing people's lives, and that purpose-driven practice is what's going to drive you. And the second of all, though, purpose alone is not going to make you take action, is it? Purpose alone won't make you show up to work every day. It might, get you mentally there, but it's really because you're still going to have to take some action. So really, what you need, second of all, is you got to figure you out. All of us are given 24 hours a day to become productive. 24 hours, there's no difference between you and Richard Branson or Donald Trump or, anybody in the world. Everybody has 24 hours to work with. How productive are you in that 24 hours? Are you wasting your time? Are you actually wasting that time to be spent somewhere else where you can actually be doing and focus on your purpose? Because without this purpose, productivity doesn't really come into effect. So productivity, figuring you on how to set up your whole entire life to be as a productive machine to allows you to follow into your purpose. And the last thing here is that once you have purpose, productivity, is you have to have some processes, right? Processes means that you have to have some systems. You have to have some strategies on exactly how to execute that purpose and that driven productivity. And so I'm going to dive deep into this a little bit and kind of figure out how does it intersect. Well, with purpose and productivity, right? If you have a perfect purpose-driven practice, or you are purposely driven on your life and where you want to go, plus you're set up your whole entire life to be productive, right? And to allow you to create that your whole life to be primed to drive for that purpose, I think you're primed, right? What I mean by primed is that you're ready to go. They're ready to take on the world. But you need that third part, which is process. So let's think about these. When you have productivity and you actually know what you can do in that 24-hour period of time, and you actually have a system and processes and exact steps and actually strategies on how to get there, you actually create action in your life and action into your practice as well. And this is what this stuff is, getting things done, right? The third part is this. Once you have purpose and you actually have a process that's actually purpose-driven, you actually have flow, because it's easy now, because the process that you've created in practice, the strategies and all the systems and the tactics that you actually have in practice that you set up is actually purpose-driven. You actually have flow in practice. This is how you get success in practice. If you can focus on these three things and lay that foundation down right off the beginning, having a purpose-driven practice of why you show up every single day of your life, why you are actually there, and then actually be figuring out how that you actually have to be productive. Having a reason why doesn't make you do anything. There's no action involved. It's just that you have a purpose. But if you don't take any action, then that purpose is not fulfilled. You actually have to set up your entire life to be productive, which means that you have to remove decision fatigue, which means that you make so many decisions in your life that you can't decide on what to do when it matters, when the big decision comes, right? You got to set up your life to be able to produce things or do things when you require, or to do things when you don't want, because you got driven by that why. But you also have to have systems. You have to have strategies. You have to have things in place to actually accomplish, to get to that purpose. With all three of these is the basic foundation of how you become successful. You got to drive success. You have to be the person to drive this. You have to make the decision on creating success in your life. I can't tell you, I can't motivate you, I can't inspire you. All I can do is lay the foundation to allow you to make a choice. We all have a choice. Action or inaction is the same thing. It's still an action. Your decision lies with you. I love for you to check out driveyourpractice.com. I'm Dr. Laurence Tam. I hope you've been liking these videos. Next week, I'm going to be showing you, in the next video, I'm going to show you the ladder of productivity on actually what kind of being do you have to be to create action in your life. I hope you check out that video. And like again, 2XP is coming up in Sydney and Melbourne and London. I'd love for you to register for that. I'd love to dive deeper into these and exactly what process that we need to kind of focus on. It's at 2xp.com.au. Go check it out. It's coming up fast, so I'd love to see you there. Take care.